ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Starting lineup for both teams. First quarter Cincinnati Steve. Leading off at shortstop, number 5, Corey Miley. Batting second, number 8 in right field, Tommy Thaman. Third baseman, Josh Third, number 10, Blake Brazeo.
Welcome back in the broadcast booth. Blake Griffin joined by Luke West-Poli as the Joes are taking on the Cincinnati Steam for a top-of-the-table GLSCL South Division matchup. Both teams 7-4. We'll bring you the starting lineups brought to you by Kettering Health. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Kettering Health, a proud partner of your Hamilton Joes. Starting in right field for the Joes, Grant Miller. Batting second, Bennett Clement, who's been hot so far, will start in center field. Third, Clay Badalak. He'll get his shot at second base after Riley Hawthorne gets a day off. Cal Brazier, after a moonshot yesterday, we'll see what he has to do batting in that 4-hole, and will play first base. Parker Lester will play third, getting a chance in the field after DHing yesterday. Evan Ulrich will get a chance behind the dish today, batting sixth. Walker Bridges, after a phenomenal performance, a two-home run appearance yesterday, will DH today, batting in the 7-hole. Batting 8, Andrew Patrick, the shortstop, and Tristan Melvin rounding things off in the 9-hole will play left field for the Joes. On the mound for the Joes will be Zach Breeden. As we look to get things going here at Foundation Field, the Joes taking the field. They're wearing the all-whites after wearing the blacks in a couple of back-to-back games. Luke, we saw a phenomenal game yesterday. What are we looking for tonight?
Just to keep it rolling, the Joes offense has done a fantastic job over the past few games. They now have the best team average in the league, if you can believe that. After they really struggled in week 1, the team has really turned things around. And, yeah, just got to look to keep that momentum going. This is probably the most meaningful game, albeit it is very early in the season, but the most meaningful game of the season so far. And you got Zach Breeden making his first start of the year for the Joes on the mound in familiar territory, playing at his collegiate home field. should be an exciting matchup, and of course this is the arch rivalry with the Cincinnati Steam, so fun to see these two teams go at it. These two teams will meet a lot this season. This is the second meeting between them, and there will be plenty more. As we mentioned, the first of a back-to-back home-and-home between these two teams that will close off tomorrow at Roselawn.
Yeah, Zach Breeden making appearance number 3, as he mentioned, the first start on this season. Went 2 innings in his last appearance, June 16th against the Copperheads in that 7-2 victory. That win that kind of kicked things off for the Joes. Saw the Grand Lake Mariners fall to the Joes earlier in the week, and then the Copperheads fall to the Joes later in that week as the Joes are riding that 5-game win streak. 1 win, no losses for Zach Breeden, a 3.17 ERA. 5 2/3 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 6 hits allowed. We'll kick things off with Corey Miley, who will get the start at shortstop for the Steam. Steam do have the best batter in the league so far, who sits on deck, Tommy Thaman, as the first pitch will be off the plate. Have to check myself because Thaman is the last name of the Joes head coach. No relation that we know so far, as the 1-0 misses outside 2-0.
Yeah, no relation between those two guys. Don't think Tyler even knew Tommy existed until this year. He was talking about it earlier when the two teams met.
Zach Breeden finds the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike to Corey Miley, who gets his second appearance on the season for the Steam. And will swing through that one. Technically leads the Steam in batting average, but only has the 2 games. Or 2 at-bats, rather. And just the 1 hit, as that one misses upstairs. Played a part in that 11-2 victory against the Copperheads on the 18th of June. Corey Miley out of Cincinnati, Ohio, as that one will miss upstairs for ball 4. Not something we've seen a lot of from this Joes pitching staff during this winning streak, is the leadoff guys getting on for the opposing teams. Just saw it twice yesterday, as Tommy Thaman will step to the plate and get his first at-bat against Zach Breeden. Mentioned Tommy Thaman at the top of the GLSCL South in batting average, hitting .481. As that one misses off the plate. Thaman leading in a lot of categories, at least for the Steam. Second in stolen bases, second in RBIs, first in doubles, as that one is fouled off. Joe's on a bit of a revenge tour, as they're beating everybody who beat them in the first week here in week number 2. The 2-1 misses just up. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Zach Breeden have a little bit of trouble finding the zone here to start things. But we've seen him be very consistent for the Joes in the mid-innings. That one will almost hit Thaman. Ducks out of the way. And now 2 base runners to start things for the Steam.
Yeah, and Evan Ulrich's going to come out to talk to Breeden. He's found the zone a couple of times, but has had trouble with those inside and high pitches. He just hasn't been able to command those into the zone just yet. Zach started 9 games this season for Miami Hamilton. Also came out of the pen a few times.
Third baseman, number 10, Blake Bazeo.
So Bazeo hitting very well with runners in scoring position, hitting .333, 6 RBIs. As he'll get a chance to bat here in the first. First pitch will be fouled off. Kind of interesting, we got another microphone. You guys won't hear it, but we have our stats guy mic'd up, kind of feeding us stats throughout the game. So if you hear any cool stats, probably our stats intern, Sam Hughes. That one clips the outside corner. Zach Breeden finding that outside corner finding a bit of a groove here after the meeting from Evan Ulrich. I've seen that a couple times this season, Evan being kind of a calming presence behind the dish. But 0-2, Zach Breeden looking for a big punch out here in the first. That one's just foul, sent off the edge of the bat, down the right-hand side. So we mentioned Buzeo in with runners in scoring position, but is batting .500 on the season so far. Or rather, hold on, that is the wrong person. 238 for Buzeo, 5 hits. Big lead out there at second from Corey Miley. That one is crushed in the left field. Going back is Bennett Clement, but not tagging is Miley. Now a late tag. Ball will be cut off by Andrew Patrick for out number 1. Miley will advance on the ball to the outfield. That ball had a little bit of legs on it. Saw Bennett take a hard turn to run back to the warning track, but slowed down. Kind of scared me a little bit on that one.
Yeah, that one might have gotten over his head, but Clement was able to race back and reach the arm up to get to it. And as you mentioned, late reaction by both base runners for the Steam, but didn't matter. The man on second still able to advance.
Yeah, pickoff move. Saw a lot of that yesterday as the Joes pitchers trying to keep the Settlers base runners at bay. But 1 out runners at the corners. So the runner takes off. Throw from Evan Ulrich will be a little late and a little left. Saw not the greatest slide from Tommy Thaman out there. Thought maybe Badalak would be able to bring that back. But instead, that'll be a stolen base for Tommy Thaman. As Brennan Rowe will now bat with 2 runners in scoring position. Will swing over the off speed. That's twice now we've seen Breeden go on the outside corner to a righty with that changeup. We'll see if he goes back again. So that one is chopped to Parker Lester. He'll field it. Fumbles a little bit, but able to throw it across the diamond in time. Absolutely best output you could have seen from Zach Breeden, barring a strikeout, as no runners advanced on that ground ball to Lester. We'll bring up William John. Get a lefty on lefty matchup here for Zach Breeden as the first pitch will miss inside. John will hold down one of the hot corners for this team, playing first base for tonight. So he'll send that one high into the air into right field. Going back is Miller. But zeroes in on it, settles under for out number 3. The Steam threatened in the first, but nothing doing as they leave 2 runners on. We go to the bottom half of the first. It's time for the Joes to get a chance to bat. We'll see if they can put anything up in the first. We'll be right back on the All Wealth Heaven Joes Broadcast Network. Bottom half of the first inning, the Joes will send Grant Miller, Bennett Clement, and Clay Badalak to the plate to face off against Ty Roeder for the Steam. As Grant Miller will look to get things going for the Joes, who've been very good offensively the last couple of games. Put up 14 runs against the Licking County Settlers yesterday, and always had a response, which was the best thing we saw out of the Joes bats.
Yeah, Miller yesterday at the top of the Joes order. Started out a little slow, flew out 3 straight times, but then reached base 3 straight times after that.
Yeah, talked to him before the game. Kind of got a little robbed a couple of times as he was hitting balls to both gaps.
Yeah,
Morrow was able to range that down.
And his one time he reached base in the 9th out of the 3. The last time he probably could have gotten a single, but instead was credited with an E5.
As the count moves to 1-1 on Grant Miller. Ty Roeder out of Wright State in Waterville, Ohio, making appearance number 3 for the Steam. As that one will miss low, 2-1. Record of 2-0, a 1.22 ERA in his 2 starts. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, 4 hits. As the 2-1 fouled off the plate, 2-2.
Yeah, Roeder, a product of the Anthony Wayne Generals, big high school baseball program in the Toledo area.
We'll see if we see any conversations between our Wright State Raiders and him on the mound. If there's any camaraderie there. Always fun to face your friends. You see that more on the high school stage, but seeing it here, as the counters run full on Grant Miller, 3-2. It's the one thing you'll see from Grant Miller, probably why he's sitting at the top of the Joes lineup. Always has a good at-bat, whether he reaches base or not. As Roeder will shake it off, finally got to the pitch he wants. The 3-2 chop on the ground. Corey Miley there, a couple of shuffles. And they'll call him out. Miley kind of floated that one over there. Not something you can do with Grant Miller running the bases. Had a bit of a lunge on that one, but he points out to Corey Miley. And that'll go down as a 6-3.
Yeah, that one was not hit super quickly over there to short. Miley kind of waited on the edge of the outfield grass for it and then finally came in. The throw over to first was a bit of a rainbow, but he was still able to get Miller by just about a quarter step.
Bring up Bennett Clement, the center fielder for the Joes. He swings at a breaking ball off the plate. Bennett Clement with an 8-game hitting streak coming into today. Has been one of the catalysts for this Joes turnaround. Really one of the most consistent bats in this Joes lineup as he goes down 0-2. Clement, one of our LSU Eunice players. Saw Walker Bridges be player of the game yesterday. You'll see him later in the lineup, as that one will miss upstairs. But we watched batting practice earlier today, and we were a little excited as a lot of balls were flying out of this park. Not something you see every day. As the 1-2 hit to Miley again. That's going to eat him up on the hop. Kind of in between hop. And Miley was kind of looking to see if he should have gone for it. I thought he was going to come in and catch it on the fly, as that'll go down in an error.
Yeah, just kind of an indecisive play there from Corey Miley. Is like you said, like off the end of the bat, it looked like that was probably playable without having to play a hop, and then Miley just kind of decided at the last second, well, maybe I don't want to do that, and that was it. Ended up kind of messing up his rhythm as it ended up glancing off his glove.
Well, their loss is our gain is Clay Banalak, who bats in the 3-hole, will bat with the runner on, who's Bennett Clement. The first pitch, him will miss upstairs. The Joes a team that likes to steal bases. 38 stolen bags on the season, as they've been aggressive on the base paths. And more specifically, Bennett Clement with 5. Tied to the top of this Joes lineup with Grant Miller, who we just saw show off the speed a little earlier. And rightfully so, a pickoff move. That one almost gets away from William John over there. Had to fall over Bennett Clement. Over at first, he was diving back.
Clement tabletopped him.
1 ball, 1 strike to Clay Badalak. Another one over there. Keeping their eyes promptly on Bennett Clement. Always good to bat behind a guy who steals a lot of bags, because it means you generally see more fastballs. As 3 straight pickoff moves from Ty Roeder. And Clement just takes a little bit bigger of a lead, and he goes. Ball's off the plate. The throw's well offline. And Bennett Clement steals a base.
So they check on him, check on him, check on him, check on him. And then after all that, Bennett Clement unafraid to still steal second. He had a huge lead on that, too. I mean, that was a lot bigger than just what you normally see. He was thinking he was going to steal the bag the whole way.
Yeah, the lead just kept getting bigger after every time they picked him off. As the 2-1. Going to get away off the umpire's foot. Almost into that steam dugout. And nobody covering home. Bennett Clement coming in. They'll call him safe. A steal of home as Hewen was unable to get it back in time. Ty Roeder not covering home. We'll take that any day of the week. Bennett Clement showing off the aggressiveness here early. Steals a run for the Joes, who go up 1-0.
Wow, that was really awkward. Clement, he jogged from second to third. He didn't think that anything was going to come of that, and then Hewen was just kind of casual and picking that ball up, and nobody covered home. You could see him start to get faster and faster as he turned around third. Normally that's an area where you decelerate, as Badalak's now going to walk. You think that you take the couple steps off third just kind of as a precautionary measure.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody does it when there's no play.
Exactly.
And at that point, you're thinking kind of retreat. But each step off third got faster and faster, and now all of a sudden you're thinking, well, maybe he's got a shot at this thing.
I thought maybe he was gonna slide in feet first and kind of stop.
I still couldn't believe when he was 2/3 home that he was doing it. It still felt like at some point he was just going to turn around and go back.
As Kyle Brazier will take a big swing at the first pitch he sees from Roeder.
Clement's a good base runner, though. I mean, that's a
100%.
part of his game.
That's one of the first things I noted about him this first week is that he's aggressive on the base pass, but he's not dumb. He knows what he's doing. As we get another pickoff move, trying to keep Clay Badalak close. That was steal number 39 earlier in the inning from Clement as the Joes hunt down 40. And that'll paint the outside corner to Brazier. So Ty Roeder kind of being his own worst enemy there, not covering home. He gives up a walk to Badalak. Now Kyle Brazier, who finally got his first home run yesterday. We've been waiting for it the entire season. As he'll smash that one down the left field line, hooking on top of the Joes' batting cage. Could not find the word for it. Almost called it the bullpen, but the bullpen's a little further to the left. But got the pitch he wanted on 0-2. Just kind of hooked it a little too in front. We've seen Brazier be very good over the last couple of games. The slider will miss off the plate. Seen good swings from him in the cage at batting practice today, especially yesterday in the cages up at Heath High School. And that paid off with a moonshot. That one will be fouled off. And a moonshot that had a little bit of meaning as the two teams were kind of jawing back and forth. Cal took a long time to stare at it.
Oh, yeah, he watched it the whole way.
And then had a very emphatic bat flip. As we get another pickoff move. Roeder got to be a little careful over there. Don't want to throw it away and give the Joes another runner in scoring position. One ball's 2 strike to Brazier as Badalak takes off. That pitch, not a good one. The throw late from Hewen. And another stolen base. That's number 40 on the season for the Joes. Ewan doing a good job to even get that ball and make it close, as he had to reach across the plate for that one.
Yeah, it was a great throw over to second.
The speed of Badalac too much. Now a runner in scoring position for Cal Brazier as the 2-2 will miss low. So our first full count of the game, as Brazier looks to hunt down RBI number 3 on the season, or number 4 rather, comes in with 3. Big bouncing lead from Badalac. It's the 3-2. Will miss off the plate. They'll say check swing. They'll say he did go. Yes, from up here, I thought he held that one back.
Brazier tried to sell it, though. He started running right away over to first.
That'll bring up probably the hottest bat in this Joe's lineup, Parker Lester, who at one point yesterday was 6 for his last 6 going into the previous 2 games. But talked to him before the game, just said, you know, stay hot. And he goes, always. Always stay hot.
Always.
The first pitch to him. Swung and missed. Not a foul as that one gets away from Hugh and run to the backstop. So Roeder again throws the ball to the backstop. Will advance Badalac 90 feet. Kept my eyes over there at third, just kind of seeing if Badalac was going to take the same thing Clement did. But Roeder was a little closer to home plate this time, as he was nearly on the mound for Badalac. 1 strike on Parker Lester, as that one will miss inside. Back-to-back pitches inside. One of them running to the backstop. One ball, 1 strike. That one's chopped foul. Lester, who we mentioned was hitting in the low 2s yesterday, but after his great performance, moved up to 259. 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. Went into Saturday hitting 083, so it's jumped that all the way up. Thank you, Sam Hughes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third, that's Badalac. Batter's Parker Lester, as he'll swing and a miss on the fastball upstairs. Back-to-back strikeouts for Ty Roeder, but the Joes able to sneak one across off of some clever base running from Bennett Clement. Take the lead early on no hits, 1 runner left on. That was Clay Badalac as we go to the top of the 2nd inning. We'll be right back on the Hamilton Joes All Wealth Broadcast Network. Top of the 2nd inning, Zach Breeden still on the mound. He'll face Hewan, Christensen, and Barnes.
Okay, I'll write it down for you tomorrow.
Takes a little bit of time for Luke Hewan to reach the batter's box. He was or is the steam catcher, so had a little bit of time to take off the gear. Leads the South Division with 13 RBIs.
Thanks for not calling me newbie.
Another stat from Mr. Muse to my left. As the first pitch to Hewitt will miss low. A lot of catchers doing well in this GLSCL. Evan Ulrich hitting very well. Wimmer's hitting very well. I know Steidel of the Copperheads hits very well. As they'll check, say no, he did not go. As the count now 2-0 to Luke Hewen. A breaking ball. That'll be slapped onto the smaller field to our right. Some early work up there in the steam.
It's a position player. It's Joshua Hegman out of UC. He's an outfielder. I don't know what he's doing in there, but he's pitching.
The 2-1. Swung on and missed. That fastball up at 90 for Zach Breeden. Sits around 88 to 90 in that first inning on that fastball.
That was the change. What did he hit? 80 on the change. Sam.
The 2-2. Gonna miss upstairs. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count to Luke Hewen.
Might want to tell him.
Who's from Plymouth, Indiana. A 3-2. Hit off the glove of Parker Lester. Fielded by Patrick, but he'll just pump and put that one back in his pocket. Parker Lester jumping over there.
Yeah, it's going to be a single for Hewen. That ball was ripped over at Lester, and that was a really tough play. Lester had to jump up and extend his arm, and that one just bounced off the leather and to the ground. Good piece of full count hitting from Hewen. He hit that ball on the screws, and Lester kept it in the infield.
First pitch, back door to Hayden Christensen. That name sounds familiar. You might be a Star Wars fan, or maybe you've seen a couple of other movies from Hayden Christensen. As that one misses upstairs. 1-1. My name being Blake Griffin, I kind of know how it feels to be sharing a name with someone famous. It gets a little tiring. As the 1-1 swung on and missed way upstairs. And now Zach Breeden in the driver's seat here in this at-bat to Christensen. Will reside in left field for the Steam here in tonight's game. As we get a pickoff move. Nothing doing over there. We've seen the Joes steal on pitchers' counts. That means you're normally going to see some off-speed. So not a bad time to steal as that one's sent straight up into the air. Badalak into shallow right field will make the catch just on the outfield grass. Make the squeeze for out number 1. So back-to-back famous names. We'll bring up Harrison Barnes. Talked about him the last time they were here. Won a championship with the Warriors. As that one's fouled off.
Harrison Barnes, a member of a championship team with the Cincinnati Reds RBI team, won the World Series last summer. They play at the Urban Youth Academy, which is where these two teams will meet tomorrow.
Love a good segue. So the runner takes off. The throw from Evan Ulrich well in time. The tag from Patrick on the chest. And Hewen is caught stealing.
Wow, I didn't see the jump from Hewen. Maybe the throw from Ulrich was just great, which it was, but that was not even close, as the throw beat him by probably 2 or 3 steps.
Yeah, plenty of time, as that was a ball. And that is fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Barnes. The name Harrison Barnes kind of running with some championship blood. Plays for Tuskegee University.
I believe he transferred there from EKU, if I'm not mistaken.
Tuskegee in Alabama, correct?
I think so.
I believe so.
Yeah. Well, I can't search Harrison Barnes on Google. We already figured that out.
2-2 to Barnes with 2 outs here in the second inning. So that one is sent to battle. He'll have to come in, make a tough throw across his body. Will do so in time. 4-3 put out retires Barnes. And Breeden faces the minimum in the second inning. 1 hit, no runners left on, and the Joes still up 1-0. Bottom of the second coming up here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. We'll be right back.
All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience a great shopping, dining, and services in the heart of Fairfield Township, Ohio.
Bottom of the second inning. Evan Ulrich will lead things off. Be Ulrich, Bridges, and Patrick. As Ulrich gets his turn behind the plate. Did not play yesterday. Was the bullpen catcher as that one swung right over. Got the stats on Roeder's slider. Likely what you just saw right there. 76. Around the mid-70s. With a fastball up at 90. So both guys pumping into the high 8s to the low 9s. Love to see that. It's the 1-1 sent the opposite way. Now to play out into the Steam bullpen. We still have an arm up there.
Yeah, they got a new guy now. As this time, Noah Curry just stretching out over there on the right side. No throwing yet.
1-2 to Ulrich. That one again fought off. Curry, a name I recognize at the top of the pitcher stats.
Yeah, second on the team, or tied for first on the team, I guess, in ERA right now. So he hasn't given up an earned run yet.
As Ulrich will rip that one, but then back behind the Joe's bullpen, off the tree.
Almost hit a dog out there.
Yeah, there's a beautiful dog out there in left field. Big dog fan.
There's a Joe's pitcher out there petting the dog.
Must be.
He came out of the bullpen. Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Evan Ulrich. That one pops out of the glove of Hewen.
Oh, you want to hear a story about dogs in the Joe's bullpen? Last season, there was a stray dog that had gotten through a gate somewhere, and we came to the ballpark one day. Ulrich missed that 2-2 outside. We came to the ballpark one day. There was a stray dog running around the field. So Matt Dietering, who was a first baseman for the Joes, came in and caught it, and then they left it in the bullpen, and he hung out with the Joes pitchers for a few days.
So they'll ring him up on the outside corner. Ulrich kind of just asking where that was, as that one looked to be a bit off. He did check his swing, but didn't call it on the swing. That'll be 3 straight strikeouts for Roeder. This time a backwards one to Evan Ulrich. I love to see a team mascot. Saw the rally monkey with the Angels in the early 2000s. As that one misses off the plate.
Yeah, so they kept that dog in the bullpen. And I remember Matt Dietering talking to his host family. He wasn't from here, so he was staying with the host family. And his host family was out of town. And he had to call them. I think they were in Vegas at the time. Had to call them and said, "Can I bring this dog back to your house?" And they said, "Yeah, that's fine." And so for the last like couple weeks of the season, they had a team dog that they brought to the games. Bridges fouls that one off. And then Dietering ended up, I believe, taking that dog back home with him. He's from Mentor, Ohio, which is in the northeastern Ohio area. He goes to Toledo. And I think he ended up actually taking the dog home with him. And I'm assuming he still has that dog to this day.
1-2 off the plate. Dietering, if you're listening, if you're still tuned into Joe's broadcasts, let us know if you have the dog,
yeah,
if
Matt,
anybody knows.
Where's the dog at? I'm genuinely interested now. That popped back up in my brain.
2-2 miss off the plate. Dog Hunt 2022.
2022.
So now full count to Walker Bridges, who was our player of the game yesterday. And he'll swing through that one. Fastball in the outside corner. Make that 4 straight strikeouts for Ty Roeder, who's still not giving up a hit, but has allowed 1 run. In interesting territory with no hitters where you lose. Saw most notably the Cincinnati Reds. Sorry to bring that up for anybody who's a Reds fan.
Yeah, can't even mention that in this area.
Nowhere local, but I am not local, so I am not presently a Reds fan. The 0-0 to Andrew Patrick will miss upstairs.
Speaking of no-hitters, we saw one yesterday in the league from Garrett DeClue. The Xenia Scouts pitched a 7-inning no-hitter. Unbelievable stuff from Garrett.
As that one's set in the right field. So we talk about it, and it happens. The first hit of the game. Kind of using the announcer's curse in our favor on that one. We'll put Andrew Patrick on the bases. We'll bring up Tristan Melvin, the left fielder for the Joes. Yeah, the first no-hitter in Scouts history, and the first in the GLSCL since 2017, according to their Twitter page. As Tristan Melvin will bat with Andrew Patrick at first, a speedy option for the Joes. Leads the Joes in steals.
Yeah, I'm wondering when the last time we saw a no-hitter in the GLSCL from a team that is still playing in 2022, as both teams involved in that last one aren't here anymore.
Patrick takes off on the slider, the throw in time, the tag applied, and Andrew Patrick is cut down. I thought he might have got under the tag or beat the tag, but a good throw, good tag all the way around. We'll tire the side for the Joes. 1 hit and technically no runner left on as we go to the top half of the third inning. The Joes up 1-0. We'll be right back with more Joes action on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Top of the third inning, after a momentum kind of shifting play as Hewen threw out Andrew Patrick to end the home half of the second. We're bringing up Schneider, Miley, and Thaman for the Steam as Andrew Patrick was way over on the left-hand side. Still sits there. as the bunt attempt pulled back. Got Parker Lester playing in on the green part. It's not technically grass, but it is infield grass. As that one rings on the outside corner. Schneider hitting 200 for the Steam. As that one will miss inside. Making appearance number 10. One of the mainstays in this Steam lineup. He's only missed one game. That one will miss off the plate, 3-1. Saw Breeden struggle a little bit with the zone in the first as he fills this count 3-2. Walked 2 in the first. Gave up a single to Hewen in the second. Was able to wriggle himself off the hook both times. A little help from Evan O'Rourke behind the dish in the second. Had himself a caught stealing that one got him off the head. Schneider will jog his way to first. Looked like the slider just kind of got away from Breeden as he tried to come in the front door. Did not break enough and hit him on the head. Saw Nick Wimmers get hit on the head yesterday. He's okay. But Schneider, the second baseman, will be the leadoff batter, leadoff runner for this team. We'll flip the lineup over for Corey Miley. It's the first pitch to him, misses off the plate. Miley, the leadoff man for this team, reached his way to third off a sacrifice fly, or I don't believe you can count it that as no runner came in to score. But drew a walk, was left stranded at third as he's ahead in the count 2-0. One hit apiece in this 1-0 matchup between the Steam and the Joes. In the top of the third as we get a pickoff move over to first base. An assortment of helmet colors on this Steam team.
Yeah, they all wear their college helmets.
A couple of reds. Miley, a dark blue, as that one will miss inside, I suppose.
You mentioned the helmets, so the Joes have Joe's helmets, and funny enough, Corey Miley is a former Joe, and last year when he played for the Steam, he faced the Joes a couple times. He wore Joe's batting helmet.
And that one is chopped on the ground. Taylor-made. Patrick has trouble getting out of his glove. Will fire over to first to get one out. As that, you couldn't have wrote that one up better for Breeden. Looked like he was about to get a 6-4-3. But instead, Schneider will reach second, and Miley will go down 6-3 for the first out of the inning. Good for the Joes to get at least one on that one. You feel like if 2 runners reached on that one, kind of would have been a big blow. It's a big jumping lead out there at second from Schneider. But nothing doing as that one misses upstairs. Probably one of the best crowds we've seen so far here at Foundation Field. The stands are absolutely packed. As the 1-0 hit on the ground to Brazier. He'll field it in the chest as Breeden kind of fell off the mound. Kind of awkwardly.
Breeden's laughing as he gets back up.
Gives a thumbs up to the dugout. Looked like a cleat might have got caught on the turf or something. Kind of just almost rolled off of the mound. But a 3 unassisted for Thaman. We'll move Schneider to the third and bring up Blake Buzeo, who flew out to Bennett Clement his last time up, but hit that ball very well. And that one will miss off the plate. One ball, no strikes to Buzeo. 1-0 misses upstairs. Buzeo hitting .238 on the season. 5 hits, 6 RBIs. As the 2-0 misses upstairs, 3-0. We talked about it earlier. Hewen leading the way for the Steam. Pitch count above 50 for Breeden. As that one is right down the middle. Buzeo taking all the way. So above 50 in the third. Kind of about what we have been seeing so far on the season. As the 3-1 will miss downstairs. And a 2-out walk to Buzeo. We'll put runners at the corners for the Steam. Buzeo does lead this Steam team in stolen bases with 11. As they'll take off, the throw from Evan Ulrich high, but in time. The tag also in time. Cuts him down. Second caught stealing of the game for Evan Ulrich. So write that up in your book back home. Baseball bingo. Little catcher assist. We'll leave a runner stranded at third. That was Adam Schneider. And we'll hang the other 0 on the board for Zach Breeden. 1-0 our score. Joe's on top as we'll be right back with the home half of the third here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com. The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner, they have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. Proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Back here at Foundation Field, Tristan Melvin will bat after Andrew Patrick was caught stealing to end the last inning. Little checks say no, he did not swing. Tristan Melvin hitting 111 against righties and upwards of 700 on lefties, so definitely prefers left-handed pitching. We'll bat against a righty here as that one misses off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes, Tristan Melvin. As the Joes look to put the leadoff man on for the first time today. 2-0 miss. Oh, no, rather catch at the outside of the plate. That one looked like the one that rung up Evan Ulrich last inning. Two-1. Slapped on the ground. Fielded on the left is Buzeo. Fires across the diamond in time for out number 1. Well, Melvin doing a good job getting some good wood on that one, just not finding a hole on that time. But the lineup flips for the Joes is Grant Miller, who has elected to stay with the same walk-up song. Saw him and Cal Brazier come up and talk about changing it. Brazier did. If you can't hear it on the crowd mic, it's Ride the Lightning by Metallica. Phenomenal pick. As Miller will chop that one. Fielding on the backhand is Miley. Throw it across the diamond. Stays on. Over there did John. And a great play from Miley. Sets down Miller, who grounded out to Miley last time. As Tyler Thayman going to come out and ask for maybe the field umpire to talk with the home plate umpire about John's foot leaving, as he didn't have the greatest angle.
Yeah, the throw was definitely in time, but the foot is what they're going to talk about.
Big stretch.
Yeah, and the home plate umpire did actually have an angle to look at this, so there's always a chance. As Miller is still standing there over on first.
Him and Ryan Finnerty very adamant about it. John being off the base. As they'll confirm the call as out. So he kept the foot on the base. So a great stretch by William John over there at first. And a better play by Corey Miley sliding to his right in the hole. Didn't waste a lot of time throwing the ball that time, as kind of learned his lesson after the first inning. We'll bring up Bennett Clement. Looks to extend his hit streak. And that one will find the zone. Reached on an E6 as back-to-back balls went to Miley out there at short. Came around to score. That's the only run you've seen on the scoreboard so far, as that one clips the outside. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Ty Roeder hunts for strikeout number 5. Has been very locked in since the first inning. That one is chopped just past the Joe's dugout.
Yeah, Roeder's been good. He's coming off a week in which he was named GLSCL Pitcher of the Week. So after pitching 4 hitless innings on the opening night win for the Steam.
The 0-2. Sent high into the air. Trailing foul. And that gets out of play. The Steam just kind of keep a guy out there in the bullpen. Steam went out there every inning. Not sure if it's a bullpen catcher out there, if they have a second one like we do. The 0-2. Miss off the plate. One balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Clement looks for a way on here in the third, but won't find it. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 for Ty Roeder, who's kind of been locked in since the first. With the Joes on top, 1-0, we head to the 4th inning. We'll be right back with more Joes action here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Joe's fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at CBoxSports.
Top of the 4th inning, this game's kind of breezed by. Reed will face Rojon and Hewen. As Rowe will get another chance to hit. Had it kind of taken away from him in the 3rd, as Buzeo was caught stealing. Left to runner stranded at 3rd, as the first pitch will miss inside. They tried to give Rowe 2 runners in scoring position, as that one will miss off the plate as well. But in theory, you kind of would like to give him a chance, especially your 4-hole, to try to drive in the one you need. The 2-0 swung on and missed. But I suppose with how well Buzeo's been at stealing bags this year, I believe that's the first time he's been caught stealing all year. And that one is set just over the glove of Kyle Brazier. Will roll into the corner. Rowe going to round second, head for 3rd. As Miller tried to hose it all the way from the right field corner. The throw was late and down the line, and Rowe will have a leadoff triple.
Man, that was just about a foot away from being a soft line out to first, and instead it turns into a triple. I think that Miller out there on right may have tried to barehand that off the ground and then just dropped it, because he took a long time to get it off the crushed break on the outside to throw it into the infield, and Rowe was just kind of jogging his way around the bases and still ended up with a triple.
We'll bring up William John, the first baseman, who sits with 7 RBIs in the season. Joes will bring the corners in. There's the big breaking ball. Swung on and missed by John. He goes down 0-2.
John, a redshirt freshman out of Loveland, Ohio, nearby to Cincinnati. Plays for the Cornell Big Red.
The 0-2 chopped on the ground. Badalak coming in. He'll look home, but will go to first. As John does the job for the Steam, brings in Rowe. After the leadoff triple, grabs himself an RBI, but one down now in the inning. Cornell, an Ivy League school.
Yeah, and they don't redshirt, so it's interesting. He's a redshirt freshman. Obviously, COVID allowed you the extra year, but Ivy Leagues do not redshirt players across any sport in a normal year. But hey, I mean, if you want to, that means you could get a master's degree from an Ivy League school and play baseball the whole time. That's not a bad gig.
Exactly. A 1-0. Slider on the outside corner. But very efficient with that breaking ball has Breeden. Yeah, I'd take that 100%. Give me that master's degree from Cornell. No information on what his major is that one swung on and missed. We'll try to look.
Of course. I don't believe he got an at-bat this past year for the Big Red.
A lot of good mascots up there in the Ivy League. Big Red, love that one. As the 1-2, just going to miss inside.
Yeah, so he's a product of St. X, which is, you know, of course, the big Catholic school here in the Cincinnati area. His dad played baseball in Notre Dame, and he did not appear in a game for Cornell this past season.
2-2 misses upstairs. Now full 3-2.
Ranked 4th in Ohio among first basemen out of high school.
The full count. Back into Evan Ulrich's glove. Strike 3, first of the game. And that's your beer batter. Took you 4 innings to get a beer batter. Not something we normally see from the Joes.
Yeah, but Breeden was close. He was one pitch away quite a few times and just couldn't finish him off via the strikeout. Was able to draw some groundouts and some flyouts, but finally able to wave his first batter.
Has done a great job so far in general. Just the 2 hits, and obviously just the 1 error coming from the guests. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, as we just mentioned. 1 run on 1 hit from the Joes. That hit did not produce the run, as that error proved costly for the Steam. And now Hayden Christensen will climb ahead in this count, 3-0. Swinging on 3-0, gets the green light. He might have swung at ball 4 there. That fastball was off the corner. That one's set into center field. Clement will let that one drop in the gap. A hard round by Christensen. It'll be in there with the second hit of the inning for the Steam. A 2-out base runner for Harrison Barnes. So 2 outs as Breeden gets his lefty on lefty matchup. That one bounced away from Ulrich, but nothing doing over there at first. Barnes hitless against left-handed pitching. Big thanks over there to Sam Muse. So good spot for Breeden getting his lefty. It falls behind 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Right over there at first is Christensen. That one's chopped to Badalak. We'll flip underhand to Brazier, well in time. A 4-3 put out ends the inning, but the Cincinnati Steam tie the game at 1 after a triple and a ground out. RBI from William John ties the game at 1. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Joe's looking for a response in this pitcher's duel. We'll have more Joe's action in a minute. Stick with us here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joe's game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Clay Badalak will lead things off. Just got a stat in between innings. Clay Badalak batting .600 while leading off. And they'll look to keep things going for the Joes as they look to hunt things down and muster a response as the Steam scratch went across the top half of the inning. First pitch to him will miss off the plate. Badalak, one of the 3 Joes to reach base today. Clement, who reached an error, Badalak, who walked, and Andrew Patrick, who singled. And that one will miss off the plate as well. 2 balls, no strikes. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, 1-1 our score. As the 2-0 miss inside. Mentioned at the top of the broadcast, both these teams battling for first place. The early lead here in the GLSCL, both at 7-4. As Badalak will reach. So we did give you average. The average was up at 600. But reaches base regardless. And the Joes put the leadoff man on for the first time in 4 innings.
And now there's a pitcher warming up for the Steam out there on the right side who's in full throwing from the mound. That's Noah Curry, who we talked about earlier.
Got that great weird arm angle, sidearm.
Yeah, sidearm pitcher at a University of Charleston, transferring to a new school next year.
Bring up Cal Brazier. That one will be in there for strike 1. Badalak stole the bases last time up. And was advanced to third on a wild pitch, but was left stranded there. Part of 4 straight Joes who were put down via the strikeout. As that one will miss a little up. Yeah, looking like Steve Cishek out there a little bit. Got that kind of motion. Kind of scoops down. Big pickoff move over there to Badalak. Nothing doing him back in time. Cal Brazier, as we mentioned, got the monkey off the back yesterday. Hit a moonshot. And put one out in batting practice as that one catches the outside corner. So him and Wimmers put a couple balls halfway up the light pole, getting up into that net. So would love to see a big one here from Cal Brazier, but down 1-2. That one is sent high into the air. Settling under it is Miley. Will make the catch in shallow left for out number 1. Well, we mentioned how good the Joes were yesterday at responding. Little anything you can do, I can do better matchup. As every time the Settlers scored, the Joes would put up one more in the top half of the inning. Need a response here as the game is now tied. We bring up everybody's favorite player, Parker Lester. There's another pickoff move to Badalack. We've talked about getting them mic'd up, and we might actually do that a little later in the week.
Later in the week, keep an eye out on social media at Hamilton Joes.
And like a jumping lead. As that one catches the outside corner. The zone not the most consistent from this home plate umpire. We've seen the outside corner hit and miss the entire game, as it looked like Hewen kind of reached for that one off the plate. But will be the first strike on Parker Lester. As he'll reach for that one, catch none of it, and go down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out in this 1-1 ball game. Clay Badalack, who led things off with a walk, has just been bouncing over there at first base. I've yet to see him show off the legs in this at-bat, as that one will bounce in for the first ball. Many of the Joes kind of get that bouncing lead. I have to think it's kind of a timing thing. They're kind of bouncing on when they think he's going to go, and if they guess correctly, they go, and if they don't, it's just a harmless bounce. The 1-2, almost had it on that one. That one misses off the plate. Now 2-2. Saw Badalack jump just maybe a second before Roeder went home to the plate, so shut things down over there. 2-2 to Parker Lester, who is hitless so far, getting his second at-bat against Ty Roeder. It's the breaking ball. Gonna miss low. You have to think maybe if Hewen was able to frame that one, they might have got the call, but instead Hewen kind of went through the baseball, thought Badalack was stealing. This will be pitch number 70 for Ty Roeder. It'll take off. Parker Lester swings, sends that one to the backstop. We'll do 3-2 one more time. We mentioned a great crowd, as it's been great today. Heat-wise, not too hot, especially considering tomorrow's going to be a rather hot one. And considering the last week's been really hot here in the area. Full count to Parker Lester. Badalack over there at first base. No motion over there. That one will catch the inside corner. The backwards K to Parker Lester, who was not too happy with that strike 3 call. We'll bring up Evan Ulrich with 2 outs. And Badalack still over there at first base. Ty Roeder now with 6 strikeouts, 2 of them looking. The Joes just really trying to get into that bullpen at this point. Roeder's been kind of a buzzsaw for him. That one catches the inside corner. Evan Ulrich not too happy with that one either. He'll take his time. A couple of practice swings out there in the box to show his disdain. 0-1, 1 runner on, and a 1-1 ball game. You're in the bottom of the 4th. The Steam brought one across the top half of the 4th. Badalack take a big jump, but nothing doing. That one's set into deep left field. Giddy up ball. That ball is one hopping off the wall. Not quite the home run we thought it was, but Badalack motoring around. He'll score. And Evan Ulrich, a clutch 2-out RBI double, breaks the seal. The Joes take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, Ulrich smoked that ball into the left center gap. he was feeling really good today coming into this one, and well-deserved. Another clutch piece of hitting from the Joes veteran. Joes retake the lead.
That ball may be a little too low in the launch angle to get out. Think maybe if it had a couple more degrees of launch angle, that one might have got out. One hopped off of the 4-star sign out there in left center field. Hit off the warning track. Just missed it by a few feet. Might have hit it as far as he did his first home run, just in the wrong part of the ballpark. We'll bring up Walker Bridges, who had a 2-homer game yesterday. Now leads the Joes in home runs with 2. As that one will miss low. Talked to him yesterday post-game. And really one of the best guys on this team. Didn't really take any of the credit, kind of passed it off. He really just said great team win. As that one catches the inside corner. You'll see that up and down this lineup. Nobody really a me first kind of guy. You love to see that.
Yeah, this is a really, really well put together team. Noticed it on the trips already. These guys are very close to one another, and they gelled rather quickly. I mean, we're really early into the season. Most of these guys didn't know each other, but they're doing a good job.
That one miss off the plate. Yeah, the bus rides are phenomenal. Love to see the chemistry, and a lot of guys just kind of like just gelling. They become really good friends, and you love to see that. It's really one of the big successes for Summer League Baseball. You need to have a team that gels well, especially when it gets late into the season. There's the 2-1. Going to catch the bottom part of the plate on Bridges. Now the count 2-2. Nobody holding Nevin out there at second. Don't know if they know about the sneaky speed he's got. Just kind of a bit of a show move over there by the second baseman as that one is chopped on the ground. Be fielded by Miley. Be a tough play. Call him out. The throw just in time. 6-3 goes Bridges, and that'll end the inning, but not before Evan Ulrich gives the Joes the lead on a 2-out RBI double into the left center gap. The Joes on top 2-1 have responded. Breeden coming out for his 5th inning of work. We'll be right back with more Joes action here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
New pitcher on the mound, Shea Hendrickson. As my previous information was wrong. As Shea making appearance number 4 on the season, got 1 start. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, and a 3 ERA, record of 1-0. So he'll come in the mid-innings and try to get us to the late innings. Will be the pitcher of record as Breeden was pulled before he could record the win as that one slapped on the ground to Badalak. Unhappy over there was Schneider. And that'll be one pitch went out for Hendrickson.
Yeah, good start. Hendrickson has been a really, really reliable piece for the Joes, as he's only given up 2 earned runs. When you talk about those relief pitchers, all you can really ask for is that consistency. And we mentioned that Hendrickson does have that one start, but he's brought reliability out of the pen.
Big breaking ball. The leadoff man, Corey Miley, exactly has just kind of been the bridge guy. And that's exactly what you want. It's what you need, especially in the early going, when guys not wanting to go too high on the pitch count, as the count was at 1-1.
Yeah, and Hendrickson's also a guy that can pull 2-3 innings out. Don't need to just run him one and then take him out.
The 1-1, a breaking ball in the dirt, bounces away from Evan Ulrich. Yeah, absolutely crucial in summer ball to have those guys in the mid-innings that you can run for 2, 3, 4 innings if necessary. That's the 2-1. Gonna miss low. The count moves to 3-1.
Yeah, and even at the collegiate level with the kind of concept of being a starter versus a reliever kind of gelled.
That one's set into center field. Clement not going to be able to get that one. One hops in front of him, and Corey Miley has his first hit of the ball game.
But, I mean, you need to have those guys. There are going to be times, especially we see it a lot in summer ball. We see it sometimes in college as well, though, where you're going to have to pull your starter after maybe a couple innings, and you need a guy to go 3, 4 innings in the middle of a game if you don't want to use up all your arms. And Hendrickson's certainly a guy that can do that.
Miley will reach for his first hit of the ball game. We'll bring up Tommy Thaman. You mentioned top of the broadcast his first at-bat that he is leading this team and leads the league, or the South Division, in batting average at .481. Miley, no stolen base attempts so far this season. We'll get a check over there, right on cue. But just appearing in his second game over there is Miley. I've really had the chance to get a proper sample size. That's the big breaking ball, going to miss upstairs. The count moves to 1-1. Something you're going to see a little bit different from Hendrickson, aside from him being a righty, is that you'll see that the more 10-4, 12-6 sort of curveball instead of the slider from Breeden is able to miss off 2-1. In low 70s on the low break and stuff so far. This is an absolute team effort up here in the press box. Got Grant, one of our interns, yelling stuff over from the left side. Got Nick, our production intern, yelling or feeding us stuff in the mic. And got Sam Hughes to my left feeding stuff into the mic. And it's become more of a TV sort of production feel here at the Foundation Field. The count's 2-2 to Tommy Thaman. Break a ball miss upstairs.
And that's a good time, Blake, to probably announce to our fan base that we've got some exciting renovations coming on the way to Foundation Field.
Exactly.
We just figured it out, had some meetings in the past couple of weeks in the beginning part of the season that we're going to be working on some park renovations that are going to allow us to have full TV productions at Foundation Field. Going to hopefully be able to run a main cam out in center field, which should be really exciting. And ideally, if everything goes as planned and the staffing could be picked up, we could run as many as 5 cameras on this setup, which would be amazing.
Runner takes off. It's in the dirt, ball 4. Ball bounces away from Evan Ulrich. Yeah, that meeting was particularly exciting. We met here well before we're supposed to, like 10 a.m., and met with somebody. And that was just a meeting. We were just bouncing ideas off the wall, just kind of trying to see what was possible here, what wasn't. And 5 cameras would be phenomenal. But honestly, I just like the one in center field for right now.
Yeah, even just to have the one in center.
But if you want to be a Joe's intern, anybody who wants,
hit us up.
Yeah, come in, run a camera for us. As the fastball blown right by the bat of Blake Buzeo. Running almost a Northwoods production out here.
Yeah, big production value coming to the Hamilton Joes.
85 to 86 on the fastball from Hendrickson. Yeah, truly exciting stuff here at Foundation Field. Not only the Joes on the field, as that one's fouled off, but the production element off the field. We've seen a jump, not only just having cool stats to have on the broadcast and having a production guy who we didn't think we'd see at the beginning of the season, but that's always fun to have, and just a truly fun time here in Hamilton. It's a fake steal from both the runners, but that one's fouled off. Buzeo, hitless so far. Flew out to Clement in the first, walked in the third, and was caught stealing to end that inning. As the 0-2 breaking ball smashed into left field just over the glove of Patrick, fielded in left field. The throw will be relayed, but held by Parker Lester as he cut it off. Corey Miley thought we might have seen a play at the plate, but Melvin unable to get the ball in time. And that'll be a one-out single for the Steam as they tie the game.
Yeah, it's good hitting from Blake Buzeo as he just smashed that one into left. All you needed was that single. He's able to tie the game, and now another good spot coming up here for Brennan Rowe.
The fastball pumped to the inside corner. We've seen the velo kind of drop off from Breeden to Hendrickson. So maybe the Steam Bats kind of zeroing in on that. But Hendrickson's been very good at spotting up both sides of the plate and has that very good breaking ball. As you see the inside corner again. As Hendrickson goes up in the count. 0-2 on Brennan Rowe, who tripled in the fourth just one inning ago. Was eventually brought home. That's the one run you see in the fourth as the Steam tied the game. That ball in the dirt. Evan Ulrich able to corral it. Yeah, a bit of a weird play out there in right field. Kind of rolled up against the fence, and Grant Miller having a tough time coming up with it. Allowed Brennan Rowe to run around the bases and end up at third. The 1-2 sent high into the air, but well past us. We've seen even more fans start to roll in. Fans bringing their own chairs. Almost a standing room only kind of crowd over there on the right side by the concession stand.
Yeah, the crowd's only grown in size since first pitch.
That one will miss upstairs. You even see fans past the dugouts. There's a couple fans standing on the dugout on the Steam side.
And there's more bleacher seating, kind of overflow seating on each side of the dugout.
The 2-2 just misses off the plate. I'd love to see that strikeout from Shea Hendrickson, but instead the count moves full at 3-2. But everybody trying to see the Joes who are hot so far in this season. The 3-2 crushing the left field. Tristan Melvin going back. He won't reach it. That's one hopping off the wall. Tommy Thaman will round, and he'll come in to score. And another extra base hit for Brennan Rowe. This time collects himself an RBI on the double.
And that ball was crushed by Rowe. He hit that one on the screws up the line. No doubt it was going to land in fair territory. A tough play for Melvin out there in left. And the Joes fortunate just to give up one on that play with Buzeo now on third.
I mentioned Buzeo on third, Brennan Rowe at second after the RBI double. We'll bring up William John. And that one rings the outside corner. Bring Parker Lester and Cal Brazier in a bit. Just a step or two in front of the bags. That one looked like a cutter maybe. Caught the inside corner. My goodness, that had some great arm side run late. Maybe a circle change or something like that. Ran arm side, caught the inside corner. Puts John down 0-2. And he'll watch the breaking ball right down the middle for strike three. Second strikeout of the game for the Joes staff. First for Shea Hendrickson. Will bring up the beer batter for Luke Hewen. As we did give the guys a bell
The
before
ring
the
for
game.
beer bell, yeah. Even the guys in the dugout love the beer batter.
It's a fun family experience, I suppose. As Hewen will watch that one bounce in front of him. With 2 outs and runner in scoring position, Hewen hitting .333 with 3 RBIs. As the fastball pumped by him, had a little extra on that one, did Shea Hendrickson. 1 ball, 1 strike, and now 2 outs for Shea Hendrickson in this 3-2 ball game as the Steam have brought 2 across in the inning. As both these teams trading blows back and forth. Breaking ball going to miss inside, I suppose. Pitch number 30 in this inning from Shea Hendrickson. It has been a very taxing one. Probably the most taxing the Joes pitcher has seen in this game. And that one is swung on a miss upstairs, and the crowd begins to stir. As if one more strike comes across, $1 off beers for the rest of the inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Hendrickson looks to get out of the jam. The 2-2 set in the right field. Grant Miller going to settle under it and make the catch. A bit of a groan from the Joes faithfuls. That doesn't mean the $1 off beers, but the Joes get out of the inning, and Hendrickson wriggles himself off the hook a bit. But 2 across from the Steam in that top half of the inning. They lead the Joes 3-2 as we go to the home half of the 5th. We'll be right back here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008.
Joe's fans, pay a visit to Alley's on the River for a night of family fun. Visit them in Hamilton.
If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than Ellie Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
Home half of the 5th inning, 8-9-1 due up for the Joes. They now trail by 1. Going to do pitcher on the mound. Noah Curry, who has a 0 ERA, as I remember from pre-game sort of information.
Yeah, 1 2/3 innings and 1 appearance out of the bullpen. 1 strikeout, no hits for Noah Curry. Coming to face Andrew Patrick. He's 1 for 1 on the day.
This is the part of the lineup that you would hazard to bring in a lefty. That's righty, righty, righty. I believe Clement is a righty. So 4 straight righties before you even get a lefty. As Patrick will square the bunt pull back as that one misses off the plate. Patrick, 1 of 2 hits for the Joes. The other one being Evan Ulrich, who doubled in the last inning, brought home 1 run. Shot one opposite field the other way. was caught stealing to end that second inning. 2 balls, no strikes to him. That'll miss off the plate. The Joes put the leadoff runner on last inning, being Clay Badalak, who walked his way on. Was eventually brought around on the Evan Ulrich double. The Joes looking to do the same here in this inning. That one will catch the outside corner. Three balls, 1 strikes, as Andrew Patrick sends that one well foul. And now the count runs full 3-2. Noah Curry, we mentioned he has an interesting delivery. You can probably see it on the broadcast. That one missed upstairs. The leadoff man will reach. We'll bring up Tristan Melvin, who's batting .750 against lefties, with 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Will hunt his first hit here in the 5th with the Droz trailing by 1. Steam brought across 2 runs on an extra base hit by Rowe and a single by Buzeo. The first pitch to him will catch the inner third of the plate for strike 1. Melvin a ground out victim his first time up. Grounded out to third. The 0-1 sent right back up the middle and into the right center gap. Andrew Patrick on his horse, a slip in center. They're going to wave around Andrew Patrick. The throw comes into second. The throw will be late. Andrew Patrick comes motoring all the way around. Tristan Melvin into second with a single and an error on the center fielder Barnes. And now the Joes tie things up quickly. Melvin stays hot against lefties.
Yeah, Tristan Melvin giving a wave to the dugout over there on second, as is now, I guess, customary for this Joes team. But that was a big hit as he pushed that one just to the right side out in center field, and it was misplayed on the one hop by Barnes. No problem for Patrick to come in to score, and that's a big, big run with no outs for the Joes.
And importantly, no RBIs on that one from Melvin. We'll bring up Grant Miller, who will launch a ball on the inside. Mentioned it was a tough time to bring a lefty in, as you just saw a couple of righties. And that kind of backfiring on the steam as Tristan Melvin, who crushes lefties, evens the game up for the Joes. So Grant Miller heading the count 2-0. Looking for his first hit of the ball game after a pair of ground outs to Miley, but the second one a little bit more than just a 6-3. Miley had to slide into the 6 hole on his backhand and make the throw all the way across the diamond, just barely getting Grant Miller, with William John just barely able to keep his foot on. 3 balls, no strikes, nobody out here in a now 3-3 ball game. As these heavyweights trade blows back and forth, that one will miss inside. An aggressive bat flip back to the dugout from Grant Miller, and he'll walk. We'll provide a mound visit as Curry in a bit of some danger here with nobody out.
Yeah, and I don't think that Curry's going to come out of the game just yet. So you just get some words of encouragement and a fist bump from head coach Alex Dickey. There's a right-handed arm out there now moving in the steam bullpen. Looks like that might be Dylan Fisher. But we'll keep an eye on that as it moves further along.
If you go a little further down the lineup, the righty is a rough choice because there's a bunch of lefties. So it seems to be a bit of, I don't want to call it mismanagement on the arms coming in, but Bennett Clement hitting .444 against lefties. Get a chance here with the runner in scoring position being Tristan Melvin. After the Joes have tied things here in the 5th. Joes trying to win in front of a packed crowd here at Foundation Field. Hazard to say maybe sold out. But always willing to take tickets here as the 1-1 fouled off.
Now we'll have to check on the attendance. I believe the official capacity is 600 here at Foundation Field. So I'd have to check on what the biggest crowd was so far. I think we've seen it hit the 400s a couple times here at home.
One and one the count to Bennett Clement, who looks to extend his hit streak. As he'll send that one right back up the middle. Fielded. Throw in time. Bennett Clement lunging to try to beat the throw. Will be slow to get up. They'll run the trainer out, but he'll meet her about halfway as he bounced up kind of quickly. But just kind of awkward on that. Tried to reach his leg out and get the single and leg it out.
Yeah, that was just a weird play in general. As it looked like that was going to be a single up the middle into the outfield, and then just kind of kept bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and losing speed through the middle of the infield. I believe that was Corey Miley who came over from short to make that play.
It was 6-3.
Yeah, so a 6-3 put out. Didn't even look like it was going to stay in the infield, but it did, and so Clement had to make a hard last-second move at it.
The official attendance just gets brought in 496.
I think that's the highest this season.
Indeed, I think it is. So a packed crowd here at Foundation Field, and now Clay Badalak looking to make the home fans happy.
Yeah, it beats out 411, so 85 almost more people here.
As the 1-0 misses off the plate, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes for Clay Badalak as Bennett Clement at least moved both the runners over on that play. Clay Badalak, no official at-bat on the game. 2 plate appearances, both resulting in a walk. As that one finds the outer corner. Came around to score, as we mentioned on the Evan Ulrich double. Mentioned how good he was leading things off. Now gets a chance with runners in scoring position, as that one will miss off the plate. 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out to the Joes' second baseman, who's been very good defensively today. Handful of 4-3 putouts scattered the scorecard. 3 assists and 1 putout. On the defensive side, looking to cash it in offensively. The 3-1. Miss off the plate, and Badalak will draw his 3rd walk of the game. And load the bases for Big Cal Brazier. Lefty on righty matchup. As I mentioned, kind of an interesting time to bring in a righty if you would. You might have had a chance there against righty on righty. As Cal Brazier looks for his first hit with runners in scoring position, as that one is fouled down the left field line. Previously 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Now back to the bases loaded, 1 out in a tie game, 3-3, in a battle of GLSCL South Division heavyweights. Both sitting at the top of the South Division, 7-4. Battle for first place. As he'll swing at a ball on the inside part of the plate and go down 0-2. So Noah Curry looking to wriggle himself off the hook a little bit. Using some serious hot water. well past simmering, now boiling. As he'll get the swing strike 3. So Cal Brazier down on strikes. A big strikeout for Noah Curry. We'll bring up Parker Lester, who will look to rewrite a little bit of history on his day. 0 for 2.
And one thing that on this hot streak Lester's done a good job of is just finding those gaps in the outfield. Was talking with Coach Finnerty about it. He said that all of his hits are exactly the same. He just picks out the gap. But quite a few extra base hits in that span for Parker Lester. That could do some serious damage here in the bottom of the 5th.
As he will foul off the first pitch he sees. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 1 run already across for the Joes here in the 5th. They've come back to tie things after the Steam jumped out to a 1-run lead in the top half of this inning. Parker Lester looking to be a hero here in the middle innings for the Joes. That one, broken bat. Hit the right-hand side. Couple of shuffles for Schneider. He'll toss it over to John and leave the bases loaded. But the Joes do bring one across as they tie the game at 3. A back and forth affair here at Foundation Field. We'll have some more Joes action for you here. The 6th inning coming up. Stay tuned here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Top of the 6th inning, bring a new pitcher on the mound for the Joes. It'll be Sean Perkins, the right-hander out of Cambridge, Ohio. Pitcher from Akron. Pitches for the Zips, one of my favorite mascots in NCAA. The first pitch will be off the foot of Christensen. Should mention Christensen hitting in the 100s against righties, but crushes lefties. As Breeden put him out in the 2nd inning. Was his first time recorded out against a lefty, as they'll take the time, walk around as Christensen was hit off the foot.
And the pitcher, Sean Perkins, head coach at Akron, very well known in this area. Former Cincinnati Red Chris Sabo, head coach of the Zips.
The 0-1 comes in and hits Christensen in the ribs. So a bit of a ball magnet is Christensen as he got one off the foot and now hitting the ribs. We'll put a leadoff runner on in the 6th for the Steam. Breeden make appearance number 3. Third time out of the bullpen. 3 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 hit, and a 12 ERA. As that one will miss low to Harrison Barnes. We mentioned Barnes hitless against lefties, hitting .571 against righties. So prefers that right-handed pitching. That one paints the outside corner 1-1. Perkins will look to bring that average a bit down. So we'll look for our first double play on the Joes side defensively. Had a chance earlier. And that one will miss off the plate. Two balls, 1 strikes, nobody out in this 3-3 ball game between the Steam and the Joes, both top of the GLSCL South. As that one will miss inside. As the GLSCL branded it battle for first place. As the 3-1 bounces in the dirt off the chest plate, or rather maybe the hand of Evan Ulrich, who shakes it. And that'll be back-to-back free bases. Christensen will reach second. Barnes will reach first via the walk, his first time reaching base today.
Yeah, and Evan Ulrich's going to go over and talk to Sean Perkins. Joe's just kind of allowing too many base runners right now via a variety of things, but it seems like in every single inning they've just given something up, whether it's been runs or hits or just base runners in general. Haven't really seen a clean inning defensively just yet.
Yeah, no 1-2-3s, which has meant that the Steam have been able to move runners around the entire game, as Schneider will foul that one off. Schneider, the last time, or the Steam the last time they came in, led the GLSCL in batting average. So definitely a team that can hit the ball well. Put up quite a number of runs on us, as that one also fouled out to the parking lot. The last one hit a car. And this one unsure, so we don't get a good angle. But down 0-2 is Schneider. 0 for 1, hit by a pitch in the third. A ground out victim in the fifth. Love to see a big ground out here from Schneider. And that one will miss inside. Christensen at second, Barnes at first. And Schneider to the batter with nobody out here in the inning, as that one is fouled off the foot of Schneider, back to Perkins. Schneider will take his time, as be the second Steam batter in the inning to hit a ball off his front foot. 3 runs off 6 hits, 1 errors for the Steam. 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Joes, as the Joes have got it done alternatively, especially after a big hitting day yesterday. 15, 14 plus hits yesterday, putting up 14 runs. I've been kind of quiet and have looked for other ways to get runs across. As the 1-2 will miss inside as well. So Sean Perkins just looking to get it out and settle things here in the inning after a hit batter and a walk have put 2 runners on in the inning. As the 2-2 fouled back. Sun beginning to set. The lights starting to turn on as the shadows have now fully engulfed the field. Bringing the lights here at Foundation Field. The 2-2 smacked down the left field line, but foul. We'll roll out into the parking lot. Game that was moving rather quick through the first 3-4 innings. Now kind of slowed down as we see more base runners from both teams. in the middle innings. The 2-2. Fouled off as Shiner kind of protecting himself on that one. Ball might have found maybe his lead thigh. He didn't connect with that one. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat coming up, as it's been an absolute marathon for Perkins, who just looks to set down the first batter of the inning. The 2-2 chopped on the ground. Brazier will go to first. Will double back and flip the ball to Perkins, who came over to cover on a 3-1 put out for the first out of the inning. We'll move runners up 90 feet, and the Joes will bring the infield in. The Joes, who have had some more success against the bullpen of the Steam. So hopefully that success continues going forward, as they got Roeder out of the game. Not looking to give up any more runs as they bring the infield in. 1 out. As the breaking ball misses inside. A close call on that one. Corey Miley, 1 for 2. Singled in the 5th, came around to score on the Buzeo single. That one hit back to Perkins. They'll look him back, flip over to first for out number 2.
Great reaction there from Perkins. Wow. So the reflex to reach out and get that ball was good enough, but then the fact that he had the presence of mind to then turn around and walk the runner back to third before flipping over to first for the easy out. Great stuff there from Perkins, and now he's got a chance to escape the inning and hang a 0 if he can retire this next batter in Tommy Thaman.
Yeah, it looked like a quarterback flipping those hips back and forth as he now paints the outside corner. Tommy Thaman hitting 500 with runners in scoring position, with 5 RBIs for the Steam team. As the 0-1 will miss low. Back-to-back plays for Perkins and Brazier. As it went 1-3 and then 3-1, both of them returning the favor in terms of putouts. 1-1 will miss low. We've mentioned time and time again, Tommy Thaman, the best hitter average-wise coming into today from the Steam. Has walked twice and been a part of a 3 unassisted. So that one will ring the outside corner. And now 2 strikes on Tommy Thaman. Perkins in a big strikeout here to hang a much-needed 0. 2-2 on the outside corner. Caught him looking. Strike 3. Big strikeout from Sean Perkins. Leaves 2 runners stranded for the Joes and keeps us tied at 3. Home half of the 6th. The Joes looking for 3 straight innings with a run scored to break this deadlock at 3. We'll be right back with more Joes action here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pay Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519. Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Home half of the 6th inning. Be Evan Ulrich, Walker Bridges, and Andrew Patrick. as the Joes look to put another run up. Have scored in the past 2 innings, the 4th and the 5th. Scored in the 4th with an Evan Ulrich double, and scored in the last inning after a ball into the outfield by Tristan Melvin. Scored Andrew Patrick. 25 pitches for Curry in the first inning as Evan Ulrich laces that one to the left field. One hops, gets away from the left fielder Christensen. Evan Ulrich on his horse. Hits second, and he's going to stop about halfway. Another double for Evan Ulrich.
Another one hit really hard by Ulrich, who was due for a good day. He's batting .219 on the season, but I think since opening day we were just kind of waiting on Ulrich to have another time where he really just exploded like he did on that day, and he did so again tonight. 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and a big runner in scoring position now with nobody out for the Joes.
Make that 3 straight innings the Joes have put the leadoff runner on and have scored in back-to-back innings. So with the leadoff runner on, has meant good baseball for the Joes. Bring up Walker Bridges, the hero yesterday, with 2 big home runs. That'll clip the outside corner. Walker Bridges hitting .333, 6 RBIs, and we mentioned one of the home runs yesterday with runners in scoring position. So a big spot for him, looking to keep that thing rolling and keep these Joes rolling, give them the lead here in the middle innings. And that one will find the outside corner, 0-2. Joe's starting to catch up hits-wise, as it's a 6-4 advantage for the Steam. But the Joes looking poised to put run number 4 on the board and take the lead here in the bottom half of the 6th. No balls, 2 strikes. As Walker Bridges will swing at that ball in the dirt. Bit frustrated with himself on that one. Down on strikes for the 2nd time today. We'll bring up Andrew Patrick. Andrew Patrick with a single himself today is 1 for 1. Singled in the 2nd. Walked in the 5th, came around to score. Mentioned how good Melvin's been with the lefties on the mound. He sits in that on-deck circle. Not holding Evan at all at second, as that one's going to get away off the leg of Hewen. And a very important wild pitch for the Joes, as that moves Evan Ulrich just 90 feet away. And that being the 3rd or 4th time we've seen a Steam pitcher put a ball to the backstop, one of them producing a run in Bennett Clement in the 1st inning. It kind of adds that added pressure for Curry, who's on the mound, to not do it again. 1-0 will miss off the plate. Andrew Patrick was patient in his last at-bat, drew the walk. Ahead in the count, 2-0. We'll go fastball hunting here with 1 out, and Evan Ulrich over at first or third base. A little bit of a buzz from the crowd as they wait and anticipate a Joe's lead here in the 6th. 2-0 fouled off. Looks like a beautiful sunset as the sun does set out of our view, but producing some great colors on the clouds. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Andrew Patrick looking to cash in here for the Joes. That one will miss inside. Good job from Hewen to keep that one in front of him, as the last time that ball missed inside. Kick to the backstop. Three 1 and 1 out as Evan Ulrich awaits his trip home. And that one will miss off. So back-to-back innings with a walk for Andrew Patrick as he continues a good day at the plate.
That dude
Third
is a
time
walk
on.
machine.
Exactly.
I mean, I'd have to check officially as we're going to get a mound visit and a wave over to the bullpen. So a new pitcher going to come in here to replace Noah Curry. So 33 pitches for him on the night. That will end his day. 8 walks on the season now for Andrew Patrick in 9 games.
We'll be right back with this new pitcher and his stats as Noah Curry leaves with runners at the corners, and the Joes poised to take the lead here in the 6th. We'll be right back with more Joes action on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Runners at the corners for Dylan Fisher. 6'5", right-hander out of Earlham College. Saw a couple Earlham guys for the Jazz, as we talked about during the break. We'll face Tristan Melvin. Is that little miss upstairs?
The Quaker Army has quite a few guys playing in this league this year. There weren't any last year, I don't believe. Jazz didn't have anybody, any local guys, but quite a few on a few different teams around the league this year. Quakers with a stronger team this year, though, given that as they won the HCAC.
So attracted to the GLSCL after a good season, I suppose, last year.
Absolutely. I believe they had 40 wins this year.
We mentioned how good Tristan Melvin was against lefties, hitting now 800 after his single earlier in this game. Hits 100 against righties, but it won't matter if they walk him, as that one misses upstairs.
Well, they didn't have 40 wins because they didn't play very many games. So, but still, Earlham 12-6 in the HCAC, won the championship, and then played at regionals.
Runner takes off. Ball will be fouled back. We're kind of leaving it 2-2. Patrick, a good jump on that one. You mentioned the Joes stealing a lot of bags consistently, out to 40 or 40 plus with the 2 stolen bases today. Patrick, who has been caught stealing earlier in this game, was caught stealing in the 2nd. We're going to pick off move over there, nothing doing, no tag. But Fisher out of Deer Park, Ohio. Any idea where Deer Park is?
It is right here in Cincinnati.
Oh, phenomenal. So a home guy for the Steam. As the 2-2. Gonna miss upstairs, 3-2. So a full count to Tristan Melvin. Looks to work his way on or put a ball in the outfield to give the Joes the lead here in the 6th. Grant Miller is sitting on deck. Andrew Patrick, a big jumping lead. Won't matter, as Tristan Melvin will reach via a walk, his 2nd time reaching in this game as he singled in the 5th. We'll bring up Grant Miller as the fans clap into his walk-up song. It's a headbanger for sure.
For sure. Got to get the crowd hyped up. This is a big turning point in this game. This at-bat for Grant Miller. Still hitless on the day, 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts to short, but as he was yesterday, kind of robbed a couple of times on some really close plays, just a few inches from maybe getting a couple into the outfield.
He rips that one just out of the outstretched glove of Buzeo. 1 run comes around to score. They're going to wave around Patrick. The throw, not in time. The throw into third, also not in time. Melvin into third. Ulrichs comes around to score. Patrick comes around to score on an RBI single from Grant Miller to give a 2-run lead to the Joes.
Yeah, big stuff there from Grant Miller. Go after the first pitch. We've seen him put the ball in that hole so many times tonight, and finally it pays off for Grant Miller. He's able to knock in 2 RBIs. And the Joes now with their largest lead of the night at 2.
The Joes faithful buzzing. It's a big swing from Bennett Clement. Will be the first strike of the at-bat for him. We've mentioned Bennett Clement needing anything into the outfield or maybe an infield single to extend his hit streak. As he'll swing another ball upstairs, 0-2.
Well, that was like the same thing over and over again. Back-to-back for Bennett Clement as he chases after 2 up high, and both times a similar-looking swing can't make contact.
And we'll look to see if maybe they bring something low, maybe a breaking ball. Quick pitch, but that ball's grounded to short. We'll bring a run in as Bennett Clement will have an RBI. Trips again around first base. Him and the first base bag not quite friends. But he'll have an RBI off a 6-3 put out, and the Joes grow the lead to 3. Grant Miller, who singled, brought in 2 runs, now sits at third. As Clay Badalak will get a chance to bat against a righty. As that one opens the back door, broke probably about 5-6 feet. Catches the outside corner for the first strike of the at-bat. Tries to double up on it, but that one not breaking as much. Misses upstairs, 1-1. We've talked about the Joes just having an answer, especially during this winning streak. Have always had an answer to the opponents. As that one is sent softly high into the air. Buzea will camp under it for a P5. And that will end the home half of the 6th, but not before the Joes bring 3 across and gain the lead. 6-3 our scores. We go to the top half of the 7th inning. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Joes take a 3-run lead after 3 runs come across in the home half of the 6th. Top of the 7th coming up. Got a new pitcher on the mound for the Joes. Will be Jacob Beal. Mind blank for a second. As the Joes will look to hold on to this lead. The Joes 6-0, or 4-0 rather, after leading past the 6th inning. Look to call on Jacob Beal to get us a couple of innings here. The Joes have climbed a little bit in the hit column, now have 5. more runs than hits now, as it's been a kind of a rough day for the Steam with walks and maybe and just that one error. Fastball up to 87 in the warm-ups. We'd love to see that. The Joes bringing in a lot of arms that can throw in the mid-80s into the high 9s, or high 9s from Dome. As that one will miss low.
Yeah, the Joes have a couple of really, really elite arms out there that can touch the mid to high 90s. Look at guys like Chase Hopewell and Nate Dome.
The 1-0 will bounce off the chest plate of the home plate umpire. Kind of moves to 1-1 on Buzeo. Jacob Beal making appearance number 3 for the Joes. Just an inning and a third so far for him. As the 1-1 will miss inside. Record of 0-1. 1 strikeout, 4 walks, 3 hits, and a 27 ERA. But that really just being because he hasn't recorded more than an inning. There's the 2-1. Will miss well inside. Buzeo moving out of the way. Jacob Beal on another zip. So he gets zips on both sides of the ball. As that one misses downstairs, Buzeo will draw the walk. Second walk of the game to Buzeo, as he was caught stealing earlier in this game. Mentioned he leads the Steam in stolen bases. The first time he's been caught all season was previously 11 stolen bases to 0 caught stealings. Now Evan Ulrich has added 1 to that caught stealing tally. First pitch fouled off by Brennan Rowe, who's having himself quite the day at the plate. 2 for 3, triple, a double, an RBI, run scored. Got half the cycle. But sits down in this count 0-1. That one bounces away from Evan Ulrich. Got a little wider on that stance to try to prevent the stolen base from Buzeo. And that one kind of got away from him on that one. A wild pitch will move Buzeo to second, give the Steam a runner in scoring position with nobody out. And now 1-1 count to Brennan Rowe. Buzeo taking off. Beal a long time big leg kick. And Buzeo will steal his 12th bag of the season. We mentioned the Joes punching right back. The Steam looking to do the same. But have been not so great with runners in scoring position so far.
Good catch on that ground ball by head coach Alex Dickey.
Hot corner.
Yeah, maybe a former third baseman over there. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, we'll have to have a conversation with him, maybe ask him if that's a common occurrence. But the count evens at 2-2. Sean Perkins, who pitched the 6th, had 2 runners in scoring position, being second and third in that 6th inning, but was able to get out of it after the Joes brought the infield in. But left both those runners stranded. Beal looking to do the same here. The 2-2. Chopped on the ground, also foul. Another slag. Beautiful snag. Another one.
Alex Dickey, yeah, so former pitcher is Alex at a Wabash College in Crawfordsville, Indiana. Love the Little Giants.
Oh, love that.
The Little Giants.
2-2. Gonna miss off the plate.
This is Dickey's first season as head coach of the Steam. Took over for Rick Antonori, who abandoned the post after taking the head job at Clark State Community College this coming season.
Full count offering. Set into center field. Bennett Clement going back. A bat flip from Brennan Rowe, but able to settle under it around the warning track is Bennett Clement. But an RBI. The lead is cut to 2. Brennan Rowe with RBI number 2 on the fly out to center field. But more importantly, clears the bases. So Beal will get a bit of a reset to face William John, first baseman for this team. And that one will run off the plate. And the fastball runs off, has some arm side run. Saw it right there. And the 1-0 also on the outside part of the plate. That one fouled off. William John hitless in today's proceedings. Fly out to right, a ground out to second. That one producing an RBI and a backwards K in the fifth. So that one almost ran back in on the inside corner, will miss just off the plate. Two balls, one strike, one out to William John. That one will miss off the plate.
That's all I've been watching the past 30 minutes.
John looking for his first trip on base today. Swing at maybe ball four as that one again ran off the plate. Swinging right over the top of it. A big hack from William John will fill the count at 3-2. Looking for strikeout number one is Jacob Beal. And he'll get it. A swinging strikeout. And another one for the Joes staff. We'll bring up the beer batter, Luke Hewen. As the Joes fans and the Joes dugout have a collective cheer. Hewen went down 0-2 in his last at-bat, but flew out to right and will do so again as Grant Miller will camp under that one in mid-right field. One pitch to retire Hewen and end the inning. One run comes across off a sacrifice fly, scores Blake Buzeo. Our score is 6-4 as we go to the home half of the seventh. It's stretch time here in Hamilton. Be right back. It'll be Brazier, Lester, and Ulrich in the home half of the sixth. 6-4 our score. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Hungry Joes fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joes game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080.
Tonight's nonprofit of the game is La Casa de Tu Familia. La Casa de Tu Familia is an emerging nonprofit with a mission to build homes for families with limited means residing in remote locations. The organization combines financial resources with in-kind contributions and sweat equity to construct homes made of sustainable materials that provide a safe dwelling for families. Let's root on Joe's pitchers to 11 strikeouts to benefit tonight's nonprofit of the game.
Love the nonprofit of the game. Here in the home half of the seventh, Cal Brazier will launch a ball on the dirt 1-1. Brazier will look for his first trip on base today. A pair of strikeouts and a pop out to the shortstop, Corey Miley. As he kind of changed the walk-up song to kind of get some new mojo. And we'll see if that pays off today as he goes behind the count 1-2. Brazier has reached base a third of the time. He's been up to lead off an inning. As he'll swing and reach for that one off the plate for strike 3. As that is the Golden Sombrero. 3 strikeouts for Cal Brazier. We'll put 1 out on the board for Parker Lester, who also would like to see get going. After at one point he was 6 for his last 6 yesterday. Now 0 for in this game. That one will kick away from Hewen. Lester hitting .350 coming into today against righties. They'll get a chance to bat against righty here. That one will miss off the plate. Now in the driver's seat, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out here in the 7th. That one is fouled, maybe off of the protective section of the catcher, Luke Hewen. Will take a little bit of a break to make sure he's okay. Have the trainer run out.
Nick Wimmers looks like he's coming out to talk to Parker Lester. He may be pinch hitting for Walker Bridges, the DH, who's 0 for 3. Because Ulrich's still standing in the on-deck circle, but Wimmers came out to deliver some baseballs. He's got a bat in his hand with a donut on it, so looks like Wimmers may be coming into the game. Wimmers has been fantastic lately. Now leads the team in batting average, batting .391 on the season after a really hot past couple of games. So we'll keep an eye on if he comes in a couple at-bats from now.
2-1. We'll miss low. Most notably about Wimmers, he is a switch hitter, so it doesn't matter whether or not what arm you've got out there. As Parker Lester shoots that one up the middle off the glove of Miley. As that'll be a hit. That one was going through all the way. Miley just kind of reaching the glove out there. But the first hit of the game for Parker Lester as he has kind of flipped this game around. We'll bring up Evan Ulrich. We mentioned he was sitting on the on-deck circle, and to mention the on-deck circle, Nick Wimmers does step into it as well. It looks like if Ulrich gets to reach, we will see Nick Wimmers. Ulrich, who has been hot at the plate tonight. That one misses or catches the outside corner. Evan Ulrich, after watching strike 3 in the 2nd inning, I believe that was a call he did not like, has doubled in back-to-back at-bats. We'll now send that one on a line, but Miley will let that one drop as they'll call it a catch.
It's going to be a double play, I think, out in the field. The Steam aren't going back. Are they going to?
I have
They're
no
going to
idea
call
what's
it an
going on.
infield fly, maybe.
I think he pointed to second, said out, as in. Actually, I have no idea.
Because Lester's still over there at first. Lester immediately retreated. That ball was hit straight at Miley. Miley, maybe they're saying that Miley actually did catch that one and
dropped it.
Yeah, he didn't decide to drop that one until later because Miley definitely secured that and then made the decision to put that ball on the ground. So they're, I guess, going to say that he had possession over there at short. So a lucky break for the Joes as the inning stays alive.
Bring up the hot bat of Nick Wimmers. I mentioned he's now leading the Joes in batting average. He crushes that one into center field. But not enough leg on it, as Harrison Barnes will settle under it. Make the play for out number 3. A bit of a weird ending to the home half of the 7th, but nothing doing as Parker Lester is left stranded. Sweet Caroline rings around Foundation Field. The Joes are on top. 6-4 as we go to the top half of the 8th. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Top of the 8th inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Joes will be Dane Hall, not to be confused with Dawson Hall. Is Big Hall. Fastball up in the upper 80s as we just got word from our radar gun on the left side of the press box. Dane Hall, the bigger of the two Halls, at 6'6", Dawson Hall at 6'4". 6'6", 240 out of Toledo. Resides in Miamisburg, Ohio. Will face Christensen, Barnes, and Schneider as the Joes lead by 2 here in the late innings. More importantly, looking for a hold if he were to get 3 outs here. First pitch swung on a miss from Christensen. 89.8 on that fastball. Getting eerily close to that 90. The 0-1 fouled off. As we finally see the 9 flash up on the radar, got 90 miles an hour on that one. And down 0-2 is Christensen. Hall looking for his first strikeout. And he'll get it. Beautiful breaking ball in the inside corner, a backwards K. And Dane Hall looking the best we've seen him this season.
Yeah, that was a great at-bat. He dominated as Dane was able to shut down Christensen. Not really a chance on that one as good time call. They're going to make him toss the rosin bag. It was, guess came up a little too close to the mound. They'll make him throw it back behind. But dominant first at-bat from Hall.
He'll face Harrison Barnes. We'll check his swing. Not enough. As if you're following MLB baseball, Garrett Cole sticking a no-hitter through 7 innings. That being against the Rays. I believe they're in New York tonight. Is the 1-0. Gonna miss upstairs.
I can't let you mention a Yankee on the broadcast without mentioning that the Mets have already thrown a no-hitter this year. The Mets did it first. Can't let you do it.
As the 2-0 finds the inside corner. Yeah, a bit of definitely the biggest rivalry currently, with both those teams performing very well.
Absolutely.
Might even see a Subway Series for the World Series, which would be the first time we've seen it since 2000. As the 2-1 catches the outside corner.
Man, Hall's looking really comfortable. This is the most comfortable on the mound he's looked all season long. He is commanding that zone right now.
We kind of joked around in the press box. His whip was kind of high, and his ERA is up at 108. That's not 1.08. That's 100. As that one is Chop to Hall. He'll flip over to Cal Brazier for the 1-3 put out. Stated I was not going to mention that stat unless he had a good inning.
He's having a good one right now.
And he's having the best one we've seen so far. The problem for him really has been just finding the zone.
And he's found it.
And he's well and truly found the zone here.
Yeah, pinch hitter coming up here for the Steam. That will end Adam Schneider's night as he finishes 0 for 2.
Max Freeze.
Max Freeze, another Earlham Quaker.
That's the Earlham Quaker I was remembering. First pitch to him. We'll hit him on the ribs.
Schneider could have done that.
Exactly. Didn't need to bring in a pinch hitter to
Tough
get hit.
one for Freeze, man. You come in and just get plunked.
So he'll reach a 2-out base runner. As we mentioned, that's kind of been the kryptonite for Hall is free base runners. I see on Hall's page that he does have an NIL deal.
He's got the NILs on the Toledo site. Everybody want to get their hands in on some NIL deals. It was really interesting what happened when all that was signed. That was in the middle of last year's summer collegiate season, so seeing how some guys handled that during the offseason on this team was a little bit interesting.
That little miss off the plate, 2-0.
There was kind of a buzz of excitement about it for probably like a week, and then it died down a little bit, but it was certainly something that kind of took collegiate athletics by storm this past year.
Being a collegiate athlete myself for 2 years, I pay the players, It's my current stance. As the 2-0. Gonna find the zone. The leadoff man, Corey Miley, who is 1 for 3. Walk in the first, single in the fifth, and a couple of ground outs in between. The 2-1. High into the air. Brazier going over to the fence. He'll stop on the red brick as that one's out of play. And Dawson Hall has now even the count at 2-2. As that will open the door for the greatest breaking ball we've seen so far. That struck out Christensen. I'd like to see if we get it here against Corey Miley. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As there's the breaking ball. Caught him looking for strike 3. 2 backwards Ks on the inning for Dane Hall, who has himself his best appearance on the season. Hangs a big 0, maybe secures himself a hold as we go to the home half of the 8th inning. 6-4 our score. We'll be right back with more Joe's action on the All Well Hamilton Joe's Broadcast Network.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just a place to reside. It's a place for residents to truly shine every day. Offering a diverse range of senior living services, our community is designed to suit all resident lifestyles, from highly independent seniors to those who may require day-to-day assistance. Every resident becomes a member of our community. We strive to make sure each moment of each day is something to remember.
bottom of the 8th inning. A couple of defensive movements around as Miley moves to second, and we get a first look at Luke Hammond, who will come in and play shortstop for the Steam after Schneider was replaced in the top half of the inning by Max Freeze. It'll be Patrick, Melvin, and Miller here in the home half of the 8th as the Joes try to extend this lead on the Steam. As Patrick sends the ball high into the night sky. Camping under it is Thaman. And that'll be out number 1 here in the inning for Fisher. Just 3 pitchers used so far for the Steam. As we've seen the Joes use 5 and will presumably use 6. Bring in a closer, as we do have somebody warming up on that side of the bullpen.
Chase Hopewell is available today for the Joes.
Tristan Melvin will foul that one off. Would love to see Chase Hopewell tonight.
And just based off the leg kick and the delivery out there in the bullpen, I'm pretty sure that is Chase, and indeed it is. So Hopewell probably going to come out and pitch the top of the 9th for the Joes, try to slam the door.
As the 0-1 going to miss inside. Yeah, I just put on the binoculars and immediately just saw the hair and was like, yep.
That's Chase.
Chase Hopewell. Yes, that is Chase. So the score holds. He'll hunt for his 2nd save of the season. As the 1-1 misses upstairs.
Yeah, he's got a really unique delivery, too. He kicks his legs super high. And he's got a really kind of whippy, snappy finish on the follow-through.
2-1. Breaking ball, that's in there. Yeah, the high leg kick reminds me of the early 2000s. The Marlins had a pitcher that I believe it was Dontrell Willis, who had the very, very high leg kick. As the 2-2 to Melvin. Swung on a missed. Breaking ball squeezed by Hewen for Fisher's 2nd strikeout. Came in relief in the 6th.
Yeah, it's funny because I think that if I check back to the GLSCL social medias, the picture that they used for Chase actually won Pitching Prospect of the Year last year for the South Division, the GLSCL. And the picture they used for him, I think his foot was almost up at shoulder height as he was back in a windup.
We'll bring up Grant Miller at top of the order. Has come up for the Joes here in the 8th. Grant Miller who got his first hit of the ball game in the 6th. That big 6th inning where the Joes put up 3 runs to grab the lead and extend it. They grabbed the lead on that Grant Miller single, brought home 2 runs, collected himself 2 RBIs. So square to bunt, pull back as that one's off the plate.
There is a pitcher that's warming up out there in the pen. It's Grayson Phillips, the Akron Zip for the Steam. Likely think that they want Fisher to finish at least this inning.
Miller will lay down a bunt. Have to be fielded by Fisher. He'll pump fake. Couldn't get the ball out of his glove. That'll be a bunt single for Grant Miller. 2nd hit in a row. And we've seen that a number of times throughout the first couple of weeks from Grant Miller.
Don't know what to do. Nobody on base. 2 outs. Lay down a bunt.
Exactly.
He's got all the speed in the world, and good for him now to improve to 2 for 4 on the day.
Bennett Clement will stride in. And we'll look to extend his hit streak, his last chance of the game as he'll watch breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. Mentioned he came in with an 8-game hit streak. That one leading the league, tied with Riley Hawthorne for active and, well, all-time for the season, all season. As we get a pickoff move over there to Grant Miller. We mentioned the speed from Grant Miller. So that's why you see the pickoff move. Would love to see him move a little bit with 2 outs. It really is lightning speed. And that one is sent high into the air into center field. Harrison Barnes looked like he kind of lost it for a second, but it was settled under it for out number 3. So if the result holds, Bennett Clement will end the 8-game hit streak, but in will come Chase Hopewell as Enter Sandman rings around Foundation Field. Shades of Mariano Rivera. 6-4 our score. Top of the 9th coming up on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Call to the bullpen here in the ninth. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Miller Coors, bringing you refreshing beverages here at the Foundation Field. New pitcher on the mound, the fan favorite Chase Hopewell. The long walk, shades of sunshine. Enter Sandman ringing around, shades of Mariano Rivera. As Chase comes on for his third appearance, looking for save number 2 on the season. Started earlier this week against the Scouts and took a no-hitter into, I believe, the 8th inning. You called that one.
Yeah, he carried a no-hitter, was part of a no-hitter that was carried into the 9th. As he pitched 5 innings, I believe, in that one against the Xenia Scouts. That was his last appearance. Brock Narker came in and pitched 2 as they carried that one into the 9th.
You're going to see the lightning fastball from Chase Hopewell, who faced Thaman, Buzeo, and Rowe. Heart of this steam order. Got a ring on the outside corner.
93.
There's that one right there, 93 on the outside corner. We've seen the fastball get up to the high 90s.
Yeah, 97 is what Hopewell tops out at. He's up a couple miles an hour from last year. Topped out at 95 last season.
That one is fouled off.
But he made the jump to D1, so he had some development in there. Actually got a good amount of time this year in the bullpen for the UC Bearcats. Transferred from University of Findlay.
And now just down the road.
Yep, right at UC, downtown Cincinnati, and just outside downtown Cincinnati in Corryville.
Will hunt for his first strikeout, as Tommy Thaman will call time. Thaman, as my brilliant stats guy to my left has stated, between innings, bats .838 when leading off an inning, including a home run. But Chase Hopewell looking to bring down that average. The 0-2, and a miss upstairs. Would be back-to-back strikeouts for the Joes staff, as Dane Hall had a backwards K to end the 8th, part of 2 strikeouts in that inning. He's climbing up there, just heard 95 yelled from the left side. The 1-2, swung on and missed. Got him on the strikeout. 94 miles an hour on the outside corner, as Thaman goes down hitless. Came into this GLSCL matchup leading the league in average, and the Joes pitching staff has held him hitless, though he had reached on 2 walks. But we'll bring up Blake Buzeo. As the steam down to now their final 2 outs. First pitch from Hopewell, in there for a strike. As that one recorded at 82, the off speed and the fastball definitely on 2 varying ends of the spectrum. Off speed, the correct term for it. The 0-1, chopped on the ground, but will go foul. As Chase Hopewell climbs into the driver's seat of this at-bat, 0-2. We've seen Hopewell up to 95, and we've seen that breaking ball, off speed, whatever you want to call it, down at 82. I have to wonder what's spinning in the head of Buzeo's mind right now, of which one you're going to get with 2 strikes. The 0-2 going to be bounced in off the chest of Evan Ulrich. Tried to bury that one, get Buzeo to chase. 1-2. 1 out in this 6-4 ball game. The Joes looking to extend the winning streak to 6. As the 1-2 fouled off. The offense, notably the sort of hero for the Joes on this winning streak, but what goes unnoticed is the pitchers that have held a lot of runs back on the other side of the coin for the Joes. As the 1-2 comes in from Chase Hopewell, chopped foul off the hands of Blake Buzeo. Tried to come into the kitchen, but Buzeo able to foul that one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Chase Hopewell looking for back-to-back strikeouts to put the Steam down to their final out. The 1-2. Smashed out in the left field. Going back is Bennett Clement. That's going to be in the left center field gap. Ring off the wall. Clement will get the ball in quickly as Buzeo into second with a 1-out double here in the 9th.
And we've seen that with Hopewell, the right-hander. He throws hard, but I believe the last time he came in a closing situation here at home, he had a similar thing happen where he struck out the first batter and then gave up a hard-hit double into the left center gap. I'd have to look back quite a while to see when that was.
Game was not home when he first came in. I believe he came in for a save.
It was in Richmond.
Against the Scouts. One out. And now a runner at second. And that one will miss inside. Bring up Brennan Rowe, who's been probably the best bat in this Steam lineup so far today. Double, triple, 2 RBIs, a sacrifice fly his last time up that brought home Blake Buzeo, who walked and was brought to second on a wild pitch. Stole third, so definitely a threat to steal over there. Stole it with ease. Without a throw from Evan Ulrich as that one's pumped by him. And let there be light in the press box. We've kind of not had a light over our heads for a little bit. Well, the light just popping on here in the press box. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And that one blown right by the bat of Brennan Rowe. Definitely the fastest pitcher we've seen coming in and pitch for the Joes tonight, as Breeden was up to 90 and Beal came close with 90 as well. And Dane Hall hit 90.
Yeah, and Dane Hall hit up to 91, but Hopewell topping them all here at the end.
Flamethrower. The 1-2. Bounced. Going to the backstop. Evan Ulrich having to go in and chase it. And Buzeo will move up 90 feet. Well, you don't want to say Buzeo doesn't matter, but he is not the tying run. As the Steam trail 6-4 in this heavyweight bout. Both teams going back and forth all night, with the Joes having the last go of things with 3 runs coming in the 6th. As they'll say, yes, he did. Got him on the swing. Brennan Rowe goes down on strikes for the first time today, and 2 strikeouts for Chase Hopewell. Move the Steam to the last out of the game. That'll be William John, who has struck out twice in his last 2 at-bats, looking poised to strike out another time to end the game with Chase Hopewell. The first pitch to him, fastball on the outside corner, swung on and missed, blown right by him. 5th swing and miss of the inning for Chase Hopewell, as they'll look to make quick work of William John and collect that save. The 0-1 on the outside corner, rung it. And now the crowd here, the Joes faithful, will lean forward in their seats as the Joes on the precipice of the 6th win in a row and back-to-back wins at home. The 0-2, got a miss upstairs. Just kind of changing the eye level. As he takes the hat off, lets the flow run a little bit for the ladies. As the count 1-2. Hopewell looking for the 3rd strikeout of the inning to leave Buzeo stranded and secure the save. A 1-2, sent out in the center field. Bennett Clement ranging back to the left center gap. He'll camp under it and make the catch for out number 3, 6th straight for the Joes as they claim sole possession of first in the GLSCL South. Chase Hopewell with the save, as we'll be Right back with the post game in a couple of minutes. 6-4 our final score. Everybody leaving happy at Foundation Field. We'll be right back with the Casual Pint post game show here at Foundation Field. But the Joes on top. We'll be right back with the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network.
Hello and welcome on into the Joe's postgame show. Joe's able to pull on off over the Cincinnati Steam 6-4, the final in tonight's game. That puts the Hamilton Joes alone in first place. And joining me on the postgame show, as always, kind of the MVP of the ball game today, the right fielder and leadoff man for this Joe's team, Grant Miller. How you doing after that one, Grant?
Electric. The team deserved it. We're playing hot, and we just kept putting together runs, and it was a very good team win.
I mean, it can't be easy being a leadoff guy on this team where it seems everybody's hot. I mean, you're kind of that guy to get the team off and going on offense. So what's that been like over the past few games?
I mean, I've been a bad leadoff my entire life. With the guys behind me, even if I know I get out, if I get out, I have trust in the guys behind me. Clement just raking the ball. He's the guy. Clay, he's raking too. So everyone behind me is really stepping up. So it's not just me.
Today, a big win for the Joes. Obviously, the last time the Steam came into Foundation Field didn't go so pretty for the Joes, but I mean, today they claimed first place in the South Division with this big win. What was kind of the mentality coming into this revenge game, if you want to call it that?
Well, the start of the season, we started off slow. We weren't real gelled together, and these past few games, we really came together as brothers and put it together, and we found our stroke, and we're here to play.
All right, well, enjoy continuing to play some Hot Joes baseball. I'll let you go. Anything you want to tell the Joes fans before you leave us?
Joes are hot, baby. Yes, sir.
All right, well, that was Grant Miller, MVP.
Thanks for joining us on the Joe's postgame show. We'll be back in action tomorrow on the road, taking on the Cincinnati Steam in Game 2 of this home and home. Joe's now first place in the South Division. Have a good one, folks, and as